Ah, great. Warframe. This game is just getting harder and harder to play. Yeah, that's a good one. I can tell that's a good one. Oh! Yeah, but you have to do something too.
I will consider what I've learned from this skirmish. Now is it working? Warframe. Warframe is
Not a perfect game
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
at all. It's not a perfect game at all. It is a game that you can fall back to.
Continue to
This
defend.
is the
You will be
calm
rewarded
game.
for your bravery.
This is a wonderful game. I mean that was a serious thing. But it's also the worst game to spend a long time in.
Reinforcements available. You choose to leave now or continue fighting. That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
There have been so many updates with this now that it's so hard to keep track of everything they do in this game now. You have spaceships now. Railjack. Oh, cool. We can fly spaceships now. And man a crew. Cool. There are now nemesises. We can get nemesis. We can get specific weapons with specific element types. All with random stats like the pistol I'm using. But you have to upgrade them 5 times to get the full benefit out of them. I've upgraded this 4 times. And it's still not good. You also have the parenthesis, which you had to do a quest to get, which is the same way. Gotta rank it up 5 times to get the full benefit of it. But then you got weapons like the Cobra and Crane, which released a little while ago, but you don't get the full benefit of it unless you have the certain Warframe, Baruch. And that's how it's been. And it just feels like they're trying to keep going. It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. Octavia was already in this game. We got Wisp. Fairy Frame.
Operator,
How I call her.
That? It said
Got Baruch, the pacifist.
background radiation is a riot.
Yeah, Grendel. Big chubby man that doesn't have jiggle physics. Yet. Goss. Speed Frame. These two are best friends, apparently. And I've played with Goss. It's not fun. Trying to go from being one part of a group this is Warframe, and I'm kind of going on a rant right now after not being able to play this for a while. So what I've said from here on is things have gotten crazy, right?
Well,
So
together, operator. Now get out.
Now there are spaceships, that giant thing up there. We can go around and fly those. But you have to farm materials and upgrade those. It's a credit pool. You got new weapons. Like this, the Turbo Kuva Brak. That you have to rank up 5 times to get the full benefit of it. I ranked it up 4 times. Yeah. Parentheses, same way. Gotta rank it up 5 times. And it's not fun. New frames. That if you have a certain weapon with them, like the Accelerant, Gauss's signature weapon reloads faster while sprinting even more while in Gauss's hand. They were literally trying to make weapons now that are only good in certain frames' hands. This is still a good weapon. Don't get me wrong, this is actually still a good weapon, but it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh disc. I kind of have him on like mid-mute. So, yeah. Fun times. I'm not able to show you this because this is actually considered spoilers. But it's gotten worse as time's gone on. And now I have a frame that I'm probably going to use very little building. It's gotten worse. You've also got a sort of battle pass system, Nightwave, which just refreshed a few minutes ago, where you have to complete certain challenges, and those challenges don't look fun. Alright, so what's an easy one I can easily do right here? Like, these are just certain mission types. That's another certain mission type, so these ones are actually kind of easy. That one's actually going to kind of be hard since I don't have the mining equipment for that. That's Railjack, that's the space stuff, and that's unlocking relics. So only these two, which is the Halls of Ascension, which are not hard, you just need to know how to do them on Lua. Alright, so we are going to go to this, and we're going to go to this one. Because this is Railjack. This is probably one of the funner game modes that they've added. But you also have Sanctuary Onslaught, which is just a horde mode that you have to keep certain efficiency up in. And I would say, oh, this game is pay to win. No, it's pay to not grind. And I haven't put a dime into this. Like, yeah, I paid for PlayStation Plus. But that gives you free credits, free weapons, and a free Sandana for certain things. I actually did not get the free Sandana, but I did get a few of the free weapon skins. Oh god. Please don't walk on me.
Alert. Enemy fighters have been scrambled.
Oh. Okay, these are semi-auto guns. Guns I don't like.
We broke them. Skies are clear of fighter cover.
I'm on the lower scale of the detail in this game. But if I had to like pick something out in this game that doesn't really fit it, it would no, that works for plot convenience. It would be Stalker. And Stalker, eventually, Stalker's supposed to be like, oh, Stalker. He's the guy that I have to kill if I don't want to be killed. But Stalker's kind of become less and less of a nuisance. He's literally like, oh, Stalker. I don't have to worry. And after this, I'll show you what I mean by the Nemesis system and how I got my pistol, shotgun, secondary thing. It's weird.
Incoming ground sleds about to ring the doorbell. Rogue ship down. That clears up some space.
And those are the cruise ships that I'm supposed to take down. But I'm not going to be worrying about doing the cruise ships right now. Yep. Let me just repair this. And then after he gets that cruise ship, we're done. I feel like this is something you would make with the grain everywhere, but I kind of like it because of the symbols and the engine lights and everything.
Sector secure. Enemy has turned tail.
I might be, I don't know. Guess what? Yeah, I will. Did all my audio just die? Okay, no it didn't. But this is like a good amalgamation of green. Like, just look at these doors. It's good. I'm not the pilot, or I'm not the captain. So, it also has an arbitrary ranking system, which you have to use specifically for the system. It's really gotten a lot worse as these last few updates have gone by. You have to get new materials just for Railjack. You gotta get new materials for the Warframes and everything.
Light them up.
It's gotten bad. But I'm gonna say it hasn't gotten Destiny bad. And what I mean by it hasn't gotten Destiny bad, it's not I have to pay to play this new content that's come out. I got a few. It's turn. Actually, let's see this. I have to think about this because Destiny as a whole kind of went down the toilet. But that was not on the fault of Bungie. That was on the fault of the groups that were running it. I believe I actually had a Warframe that was green and yellow, but I changed the colors to change it to Superman. That one. And I've kind of started using this as a vocabulary word. You can have a Destiny syndrome. In your game. Not a
Remaining fighters are being called off. Excellent.
You can have a Destiny syndrome in your game. It's where you, as a developer, don't think about if the game is going to survive. You think about if the game is going to die.
In disarray. Sector secured. Mission successful.
Yes, Destiny makes you pay for content. It literally locks you out of content. So you remember how COD would make you pay for maps and weapons? That's what Activision had Bungie do to Destiny and Destiny 2. This game doesn't do that, but it's almost touching on the Destiny syndrome. It's not making you pay for content, but it's almost making you lock out of content. Because if you get a weapon too early that is linked to a specific Warframe, you have to wait to get the Warframe to have the full benefit of the weapon. If you get one of the Kuva weapons, you have to wait and grind for Forma, which you use to upgrade weapons. That will later help you down the line. It's not one of those, I actually have to go so I can actually do this. Yes. But it's the problem that this game has, that it's almost running into the wall of you do not have enough content to make content. And I know with the coronavirus and everything going on, hard for developers and all that to get content out, but it's also hard to
Mission complete.
constantly make
Excellent work.
content, constantly have things to do, constantly having to wait hand and foot for content to be put out when this wasn't going on. Gamers had to wait and wait and wait for content on Destiny to come out. When, in truth, it should have just released
Targets
without
on the board.
us having to pay for the paywall.
On scope. Good hunting.
Warframe is not hitting that yet, and I'm glad to say it's not. But I feel like DE, in their right mind, should not worry about getting content out and worry about trying to fix their game. Trying to show that they care about their game. This was a passion project. And I want to staple that into your mind. Passion project. Every other developer said they could not do this. And now it feels like they're trying to kill their community. That they have. And it's not easy for me to say that. I missed out on being a founder. And I'm not mad I missed out on it.
Enemy pilots are panicking. Keep it up.
But it's not perfect. Halo wasn't perfect. And everybody always goes to Halo when they talk about these two games. And I'm glad you actually brought it up because that went on to the next topic. You can sit in a mission and kill 200 enemies and not even think about it. But Warframe is what I like to call the thinking man's MMO, or the thinking man's shooter. I kind of use that term loosely because the thinking man's shooter could also be referenced to another game that I play a lot, and that's Rainbow Six Siege. But comparing these two games and how they were brought up and made is electrifying. And how drastically different they are. Destiny 2 is about to have another content drop this year. Warframe, by the beginning of this year, had two content drops. Two major ones. The Railjack update, which we are playing. I'm playing right now, and the Kuva update. Now, think back on what Halo did. Halo barely had any updates. They were all like background updates. You didn't know what was going on in the background. But you knew that the content was there to play. Warframe, you know the content is there to play. Destiny, you don't. And this is why I love Warframe, and I'm constantly at odds with what I want to say with it. It's not a bad game at all. Never call this game a bad game. Never call this game a horrible game. I always understand this game as we are standing on the pinnacle of something that is great, but we're also standing at the pinnacle of something that can die in the next few days.
Mission complete.
If it is not
Exit
treated
warp
carefully. And that's mainly all I have to say about Warframe and its state as a game right now. I would say more, but Warframe, for all of its negatives, and there's Brave, my cat, for all of its negatives, it's actually a very good game. Okay, I did not mean to time that so well. Alright, after we're done with this loading sequence, whoa, lag spike, lag spike, lag spike.
Welcome aboard.
Yep. Okay. Leave dojo because I don't want to be lagging any more than I am with everything going on. This is almost perfect. But we're going to put a pin in that and we're just going to have fun now. Because I've already wasted 30 minutes of me rambling on about how close to perfect this game can be. So we're going to bring out Batman. And we're going to have a little fun. And yes, this is Batman. This is as close as I could get to Batman. I have another frame in there. Yes, I have a cat. I have a cat. Their name's Brave. Where did Brave go?
Operator, now get out there and
Cut down the...
make the Lotus proud.
Jesus Christ, did my cat just pull a fucking disappearing act on me? Because my cat's not there. You're seeing this too, right? My cat is invisible. My cat is invisible. I know she's...
Ordis is how
Angry.
I may require maintenance after all.
Or does you always require maintenance? Don't be like, oh, I require maintenance. No.
Hey. Coming up next.
I actually what I was going to do. I really forgot what I was going to do. Could go farm those. But that requires calling out a loot frame. That's going to suck because of that right there. Not getting the systems is going to be hard. That is going to be hard. Because I barely have a quarter of that. I know 3 items are ready to claim. And it's actually not very hard to farm for credits, so. So what does Batman feel like doing? Because I can go fight off this. Oh, yeah. Come on, load in. Might actually have to close the side window.
You tore me to pieces, Tenno! That wasn't very nice.
This is a Kuva Lich. It's like Turbo. Except he's a lot stupider. Except he's a lot stupider. And kind of a prick. You know what? We're actually going to go do some of the Kuva stuff. Even though I probably don't have the loadout for it.
Territory in the name of yours truly.
And I hate Kuva Liches, but I've made 2 so far. I hate them because you saw those 2 planets that I was hovering over? That had the red mist over them? Yeah, if I go to either one of those, he steals my stuff. He steals my stuff. And until I kill him, I don't get that stuff back. Oh, I'll rob them of their lives. And that other person you were talking about, was actually me, just so I could have it full screen instead of having that small window. So I might actually just do that on mine. And it doesn't matter if it looks like there are 2 people. Ooh. Ah, darn it. And I'm using Batman, but I'm using a gun. What kind of Batman am I? Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Battering, battering, battering. that counts as mercy.
You're making waves, Dreams. I can feel it.
Let's go on the offensive.
Ah! Ah! Dad's here.
Oh no, you don't! Get back here and take what's coming to you! Nice helmet! I'll use it to serve him.
Ah, Dad. I just got my ass back.
You can't kill me if you keep hitting me in the bits
No.
I've had replaced.
Geek at. I already know I'm gonna fail if I try this. He's just standing there menacingly. Yep. So, the thing about Kuva witches, the nemesis that you can get, you have to have certain mods, or like emblems on the little execution device I use. Yes, I said. I said my dad's here. So, there's certain symbols that we have to correlate with killing them. If we get them in the right order, yeah. We can kill them, gain their weapon, or we can spare them and gain them as an ally for missions. And they have a very low chance of spawning. If you don't kill them, you
That was a close
don't
one.
gain those items that you lost back. And the reason I call him Dad is because if you are not like 100% on killing him, you will get your monster stuff. You'll get your stuff rocked faster than Al Capone, who was talking on. I don't even know what I just said, but I'm gonna stick to it. That's going on a t-shirt. Should probably actually switch to my pistol to do a little bit cleaner. Smoke bomb. Oh. I was about to smoke bomb and they said smoke you. Oh, that's teleport, not smoke bomb.
I think I have something of yours.
See. Since I was on his planet, he started stealing stuff. He stole my property. If I kill him, I get my property back. Like, some of the stuff he steals are just materials, but other times they're, like, very useful items. You got a 50-50 shot of him stealing stuff that's useful and him not stealing stuff. Yeah, they're also,
Bravo! You're getting closer. I really thought you'd be on me by now.
yeah, that's actually very weird, but
Nora's got the goods for one lucky dream. Who's it gonna be?
they're doing more background checks now for rifles. It's weird. Why? Not the pink hair, but why the glass earring? He has one that where he says "Snickety snack, guess who's back." How far did I get on the second one?
You can't kill me if you keep hitting me in the bits I've had replaced.
So there's two strategies for doing Kuvaliches. Just running them, having all the mods, all these, which are, I think, are 7 of them. There might be more of these. You really would just go flying. But you just run the Kuvaliches missions, hoping that he spawns, or your Kuvalich spawns, and then you just try and hit him with the parent, your prison. I'm not even gonna try and say that right. And hope for the best. You also have the other way, which is the way I'm doing it. If he spawns, run! And try to level these up and know all the requiems, and then
I've been thinking,
beat the
Operator,
motherfucker's Mason
I thought you'd want to know.
and shove a gun down his throat. I'm lucky you took over these 2 planets and this one instead of like trying to take over like the higher level planets. Oh, he also took over Jupiter, but Jupiter's not really big. Oh, he only got 1 on Jupiter. Okay. Got most of Mars though. Hasn't gone to Earth and hasn't touched these ones. Can't go to the Void. Can't do Void missions, Kuva Void missions. But let's actually look. has he taken over more places here? No. It's our solar system. The origin system, which is where this takes place, is our solar system. There are a few planets that are not in our solar system, but hell. We do not control the planets. There are enemy forces on all the planets, and we are sort of like peacekeepers. Air quotes on peacekeepers. Every faction wants us dead. Now, if I could take over a planet, I'd be carrying a cannon, my shotgun pistol, and my sword, and my toilet strip, and my toilet sponge. And if you're wondering what that is, I will show you in a second. It literally looks like a toilet scrubber. Bazooka. No, it is a cannon. It is not a bazooka. It is a literal shotgun cannon. Sorry, is there an alarm going off? I can't hear you over the gunfire. Bro, if you can find the bazooka, you're well inclined to use the bazooka. I stopped listening after bazooka. If you haven't watched that yet, go watch Brad Williams' Fun Size all the way through. It's the funniest shit you'll see. You are the only one that is watching. You lost me a bazooka. I'm actually losing audio right now. That is not because of my internet. That is because of the Borg setup I'm using. Rocket propelled grenade. One more and I should have this Requiem done, and then I can work on doing the last one. He's a midget comedian. Also, Bridger Larson. Bridger Larson is hilarious. Wait, so if you hang it on your wall, how would you get it down when an intruder was breaking in? I'm not making the "you're short" joke, even though I really should be making the "you're short" joke.
Security measures have coolant cells in place. Destroy them. Coolant cell destroyed. The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete the sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Okay, everything went south. And you might be like, what? How did everything go south? We have somebody's Coolidge spawn, a Kuvo spawn, where'd my gun go? There's my gun. Somebody tried to steal my gun. I'm an American.
Inserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors.
No, what I'm thinking about is we're just living together. And you're just like
A blast
over there on
will
a step stool, like, I'm trying to get the bazooka. I'm just over here with the baseball bat, like, bro, she gets that. We're both dead. There's also something I hate about streaming from my PlayStation. I can't freely, like, turn on my music and just have it playing for me. It's so borked right now that I can't freely play my music. What are you doing? Oh, that was a clone. I hate that you can do that. I hate that you can freely clone yourself. Batarang. Batarang.
Operating in my sector, friend. Time to pay the idiot tax.
I don't want to go out dying to your backblast. Or even dying to the initial hit of the RPG. I want to go out in the blaze of glory. 2 lighters in hand. A vat of gasoline dumped on me. Wow, that was very specific. I'm really messed up. Now, toilet scrubber. If it wasn't so low, I would show you that this thing, like, look at it. It looks like a toilet scrubber. It looks like a toilet scrubber.
Excellent.
I'm 1,000. Let's go noise the people.
Covered in blood.
Safe and sound.
Alright. What is this?
Your little lich is coming up in the world.
Requiem.
You can't kill me if you keep
Fuck my
hitting me
life.
in the bits I...
Because I believe that is one I don't have. Meaning, time to go do cool flood missions. No, that is not one I have. Like, this... Like, that's actually a sword. And then you got toilet scrubber. Really big sword, hammer. Do I just want to punch and kick somebody? Dual disc with Egyptian sword. I want to do it with honor. Big pokey stick. Sword.
Orders has
Big
been
glow
given,
stick.
Operator. All accounted for.
That's weighted in impact. And then, do you want to burn? By my spinning Beyblade that I can throw out. I'm actually going to use this, because I need to level it up, and it's probably one of the coolest animations in this game. What is the runtime right now? Because I can't think of it. Oh, I've actually been streaming for an hour now. Cool. Might just cut down the first part of this video. Actually use it.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
I'm messing around with the Beyblade.
I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in.
Oh. I actually thought I started it earlier than I did.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here. Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
Do not disrespect Mother. That is Space Mom.
Tenno. This will take a moment.
But she does turn evil and leave her. I want my mom back. Yeah, do you know that robot you were calling out earlier? That is him simulating her. That is a simulation of what she was.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Me like big hammer. Me died. 5. 5. And you can see the damage difference immediately.
Move on.
This is also why I said Kuvaliches are kind of retarded. Space Mom is actually what she is called by the player base, so do not disrespect Space Mom. Yes! That is technically a spoiler, but yes.
Get in and get ready to defend.
Going to the next
I'm
update.
in, Tenno.
She is evil.
This will take a moment.
Alright, so back to the other point. That is why Kuvaliches are retarded. These missions are retarded. Because those guys that spawn with the little... that spawn with the little red symbols take less damage. Because their armor values are extremely high. and then I can wipe my health like that. Like,
Area completed.
normally I joke with how difficult missions are. The only reason this guy is staying alive for so long is because he's playing a frame that literally is all about survival. Not.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
I am the hunter. You are the prey.
Wait, look at this dude. Look at the top of his head.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Since you didn't know about Space Bump, alright, we're gonna go back 1 second on that. We're gonna go back on that for 1 second.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Hey, can we get a rewind? I know I can't do it, but I'm gonna take it back for a sec. I hit -1 on that guy. That guy right there. I hit -1. I do not joke. I hit -1. I hit it again.
The odds were against us, Tenno. We did it. Mission complete. I'm detecting.
I hit -1.
It's heading your way. It's the premier.
On that guy. And since there are so many enemies standing around, I can't do anything. This is also what I hate about his ultimate. This character's ultimate. Is I have to manually target people for it to work. I also hate those guns. Google Lich Midgets. They are everything that this game is. And they suck. Oh, I'm bleeding out again. I hit -1 on him twice. Not once, but twice. Oh, -1 means he's extra alive. And the thing about losing to a cool Lich means the enemies that he spawns around him get harder. And this is going back to a further point that I made this in the earlier. Credits are not hard to get. It's just hard to get to 1 million without using the index, which is not hard. Alright, so we're grabbing a cannon.
Messages in your inbox, operator. They are not as encrypted.
Oh, thank you, Grenier. We are grabbing my friend, the Tsar. A literal cannon. That has a lot of status on it. I also have a flamethrower to make everything extra burnt. This thing's just a silly string launcher, and then point and click, they're done. A lot of weapons in this game are like fun little weapons. Alright. This thing. What would it take for me to actually get this? %16% crit chance. I actually need something that's pretty high in crit. I'm going to make. Pretty sure I have the highest crit one. Already in my inventory.
Do you remember the old
Oh.
war, operator? Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Whoa. So. Oh yeah, I also have my party audio up, so I'm not hearing everything. Jesus Christ, what did I do to you? Well, what am I about to do to you?
Strange. Or just did not see the value of those photonic wavelengths until now.
Actually, I'm in kind of silver though.
I claim this territory in the name of yours truly.
Alright. That's it. Yeah, we will.